That's right, it's a great and glorious to be famous one day. Nick Dutch coming back on the camera yet again. And today I'd like to ask the question, are you atheist, thick or what? Now, seriously speaking, what do I mean when I say that? I want to try and put this into context. I'm not attacking all of you because of your intelligence. I'm attacking all of you because of the way that you use your language. Words are very important things. Every single word has a meaning. And if you don't know the meanings of the words you're using, you can end up misrepresenting an argument, doing something intentionally to deceive, or indeed to discredit your own position. Now, I've been on YouTube for well over half a year now, quite actively making a few videos here and there. And I've been watching an awful lot of your videos as well. And the atheist attacks on dogma have been fascinating. Often there's been some interesting insight, interesting perspective, interesting way of looking at the world. But all the attacks on theism and to theists, and all the questions placed at theists or directed to theists, aren't in practice directed at theists. If you want to understand the meaning of a word, go to a dictionary. You've all got access to the internet. You can all go to dictionary.com. So let's go to dictionary.com and ask it what a theist is. First definition: belief in God as creator of the universe without rejecting spiritual revelation. Is there any mention of Old Testament dogma there? No. Is there any mention of the crucifixion there? No. It's just a question of belief and accepting, presumably, that it is a belief. That first definition distinguishes theism from deism. Let's have a quick look at deism. Deism is the belief in God on the basis of reason and rejecting spiritual revelation. So the idea, if you are a deist, is that maybe the creator of the universe created the universe and then just sat back on his arse for a while. But it's still a belief. Second definition, belief in the existence of God or gods. And that's what distinguishes theism from atheism. However, so far we have not actually worked out, in accordance with that definition, what is meant by God. We'll have a look at that later. Let's have a quick look at the word atheism. The first definition on dictionary.com of an atheist is the doctrine or belief that there is no God. Interesting, the fact that atheism actually has a doctrine and it has a belief that there is no God. So there is a belief. Atheism, according to the dictionary, is not necessarily lack of belief. And the second definition of atheism is disbelief in the existence of a supreme being or gods. But now let's have a quick look at what this God thing is anyway. First definition of God, the one supreme being, creator and ruler of the earth. Okay, it's a definition, relatively workable, and some people would believe in that particular being. But there's no sense of real dogma in that statement, is there? That statement doesn't say that Christ died on the cross. That statement doesn't say that the Red Sea was parted. Definition number 2, the supreme being accredited with certain attributes, such as the God of Islam. Fine. Next definition, one of many deities, usually a male deity, presiding over worldly affairs. Interesting point of view. A supreme being in accordance with a particular concept, such as the God of mercy. Quite a poetic idea. In Christian Science, the supreme being understood as life, truth, love, mind, soul, spirit, and principle. Now that is interesting. Do you believe you have a mind? And if you do, and you say that you believe you have a mind, have you just said you believe in God, and have you just become a theist? Think about it. The image of a deity, such as an idol. So that image existed, and according to that definition, that is a God. Therefore, God exists. Interesting. Another definition is any deified person or object. So if I wanted to deify my pack of sweeteners, then I could say that God existed. Not that I'm going to. So the word God itself has got lots of different meanings. And the word theism has got nothing to do with pure doctrine. However, we have noticed, in accordance with the dictionary definition, that atheism has a doctrine in it, or atheism is itself a doctrine. So, when you criticize theism, why would you rather criticize dogma and call it theism? I've seen lots of videos on YouTube. Some of them are questions to theists, for instance. And these Question to Theists videos have got no mention in them of the definition of theism. Very few, if any, references to the various different concepts of God. As I've already pointed out, in accordance with some definitions, if you believe you've got a mind, you believe in God. I can provide you with lots of examples of this, because what we're talking about here is a straw man argument, a misrepresentation in order to discredit certain individuals or certain ideologies.
In this video I want to address some questions to the theists who watch my videos.
Now, if you want to discredit doctrine, by all means do so, but call it doctrine.
God is supposed to be omniscient. Then how come so many times he doesn't seem to have a clue about what's going to happen? For instance, in the Bible, God tells Abraham that he heard that the people of Sodom are wicked, and that he, God, will go down to earth himself to see if that's true.
And if you want to discredit theism, define which theism you're talking about. Because quite frankly, if you atheists who criticize theism or theists from the basis of doctrine and dogma,
and according to your religion they will end up in hell,
you are either stupid because you have not actually researched theism and you have chosen a straw man argument rather than to try and find out what theism really is and then to explore and or attack theism. So what is it? Are you thick? No, I don't think so. So if you're not thick and you've all got access to a computer and you can all look it up on dictionary.com, this is a deliberate misrepresentation of the facts designed to distort information, designed to discredit people. But it would be worthwhile discrediting them based upon dogma and calling it dogma. This is Nick Dutch signing out.